Depends on what kind of information we get, our path, what we do today and the future could be different. So external event can affect us, and depend on how we respond, we may have the stomach hurting or stress feeling, but we keep going. And that's not healthy. I was watching some news this morning after the presidential announcement, Trump to become the president of the United States. Lots of information. And I had to stop many times. There's the word shikan. Shi is stop. Kan is observe. So how do we stop and observe what's going on? As if to make sense of what's happening and what information we get. That's samadhi. Kan means vipassana, shi means stop and hone your senses. So with that, we can sort things out, not just in the mind, but also with our whole existence. If we use our brain and the mind without accessing what's in our body, unconscious part, we may be limited. So every now and then, this morning I stop and see if I can observe myself, what's going on. So observe sounds like you do it with your eyes, but this is like a third eye. And it may sound funny, but when you do the meditation, closing eyes and settle down, you start to spend less time on the mind. So no mind and no self. Then you get to the level connecting to the unconscious where the law of the universe is manifesting. The body is still functioning and mind to functioning any direction they want. So if we don't have the alignment, that is a stress. That's not healthy. We want to have life so that as a human being, we have some alignment, ideally connected to the root of who we are, the source of our existence, core of our existence. And if we don't do that and ignore it, the gap may get wider, and that's not healthy. Not just healthy, we may make wrong judgment. It's better to stop, observe, and make right judgment instead of jumping ahead and make wrong judgment, ending up to hit us back with that wrong judgment and need to occupy our mind and body to address it. So the stress can multiply if we cannot sort things out. Not just the mind again, but with our whole existence. So samadhi, no mind, no self, would have us the third eye, so to speak, to look at the whole, not look at immediately what's in front of us. So the waves and the ocean, that's the analogy. Both are the same water, mind and body, and they are one. But we may develop a shield or threshold that we just play in the mind and jump this, do this, do that, without accessing the potential that we have. So let's make a habit. Stop and observe. Observe not with our mind, but inner eye. So you get the insight. Even now. So that you don't jump into the conclusion. Let the conclusion to come from within. Have a balance, find the middle way, and proceed. And every now and then we can do this. And at the beginning or at the end of the day, you can spend more time. Or in the middle of the day, you can have 1 minute meditation, or even in the meeting if you're working. Just notice the sensation in your lung and breathing, or hand or tip of your feet. Listen. Well, the mind may start to keep on doing some work. So that sounds contradictory. You are doing two things, the mind thing and the body thing. But that paradoxical relationship, want to find the passage so that you are not separating, rooted from the healthy reason why we came on this earth, and be alive. That aliveness has to be felt. And once you feel that, just nod, breathe in, breathe out, and tackle the stuff in front of us, one step at a time. And continue doing this, and have meditation period at the beginning or at the end of the day, even in the middle of the night, if it makes sense, so that we have a balanced way to navigate, not just conceptually, but in action. Let's do that. Let's remind us to do that. And every now and then, when you have more time, you spend more time. So, not just a quick cleanup, you do a whole body and mind cleanup. You can do this when you walk around or watch the nature, smell the flower, and other things. We may do this unconsciously, but it may be good to have that in mind so that we can practice it until it becomes a good habit. Thank you, and good day.